Excellent, excellent. All right, Ginger Fury. These are the very first of the seeds going into this wonderful, glorious ground that will one day hopefully become food. And by one day, I mean hopefully, okay, 5 days away, 4 days until, you know, spring is over and we lose access to all of our absolutely fantastic and very wonderful little apple trees over here. I'm gonna miss them. They have a lot of food. It's going to be a sad thing not having that anymore, but I'm sure we'll be able to make up with it with, you know, all of the bazillions of carrots. Hopefully that will be okay. We're not going to get a lot from these carrot harvests. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You get like what, 2 carrots, maybe 4 carrots. I think we'll get 3, maybe 5 because we're on like the fertile tiles, and that's okay. That's not nothing, but it's not a lot. So we probably need to start working on the glob gloop maker after we make sure that we don't all die of plague first. But welcome back to the village of the Angry Owl, my friends, where we are putting in whatever efforts we can to try to stretch our teensy tiny little village as far as it can go without turning around and, you know, having to sacrifice any bunnies to get more houses. I'm really hoping we can put that off as long as it needs to happen. But if it needs to happen, it needs to happen. But we're gonna win this time. I'm sure of it. In any case, let us carry on with our work. Now that we have managed to get the pharmacist stand and the Mender's hut, I have to say, I'm feeling somewhat prepared for the turning of the doom event of sickness. And hopefully now we can prepare for the turning of the seasons. So, let's see. Apple tree isn't gonna help us until next spring. The seed field would be kind of useful, but we get a ton of seeds from the forager right now, so I think the most useful thing would be to possibly get a mill up and going, and we should probably check what kind of flour we can get, because sometimes you have to turn seeds into seed flour, and that can really, that can definitely mess you up, trust me. Because if it's a seed mill, then you have to go ahead and have like seeds or like chestnuts or pumpkins. And it doesn't matter if you have a whole bunch of the like barley or anything else. It won't become flour, which sucks. And then if it is a water mill, that's barley. And if it's a rain mill, which I have never seen, what constant rain? That makes me just kind of stare and wonder, like, what type of place might be there in the future? And actually, it would be important to figure out what kind of bread we can make, because we also might end up with the Milky Bakery, which needs milk to make any kind of food, which sucks. So, well, any kind of food being delicious, tasty bread, which I may have a bias to. So let's go ahead and put some energy into understanding barley fields. How about algae collector first and then barley fields? Since we'll be able to, well, now, gosh darn it. See, now we need to go ahead. I guess we could put one little algae collector group right there. That wouldn't be so bad. My goodness gracious, there's just quite a bit going on, isn't there? All right, well, at least we have a couple of the very first carrots put into the ground. Can we get a couple more? Ooh, 6 carrots. Hey now, that's more like it. All right, so Ginger Fury or Dino Dave, if you don't mind getting the water, let's go ahead. Not enough seeds. Not enough seeds, my foot. Let's see. All right, Marsh, if you don't mind, we need seeds. And then there we go. I actually think taking a few people off of the other very important work they could be doing to be able to plant these carrots is actually very important and possibly going to save our lives. I don't regret that decision. I wonder if we should put another dwelling like up here. That might be a good location for it. And then we could get rid of this sign, which would be very useful. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we could get rid of that sign. Then we'll have another fertile field to use. Noted! All right, carry on, my little villagers. And I should probably actually bother to get that whole Mender's cottage built, since first we need to get the Mender cottage built, and then we need to train the actual Mender. Okay, if it's not one thing, it's another, but that's why I love the chaos. And look at our little carrots. The carrots of hope. What's a like C word for hope for alliteration? The carrots of contentment? Okay, that's kind of cute. We might roll with that. We just might. We're gonna have to see how I feel about that. Or see how I feel about that. All right, well, let's see. 2 days until the next season. Let's gather the heck out of these apples for a minute then. And then, or actually, Marsh, I might have you. Let me think about where we want everybody. Marsh, I might have you upgrade your thinking spot right now? No, I think... Darn, trying to figure out where's my Minder's hut. And then it needs to be next to a health maker. Or these, the pharmacist stand needs to be next to a health maker. So I could put it here. A bandage place here, and the Minder's hut here. And the Minder's hut would get a big boost, I think. That would be quite useful, actually. Maybe I should get the pharmacist stand built. Probably. So we can start training an actual pharmacist. And we'll get some wood so that we can think about building some of the other things we need. And actually, I should probably have somebody get one more stone so that we can build the Minder's cottage. Like, start building it next time, because the Minder's hut's going to take a hot minute. And we can put it right here. And then I guess we can research the bandage station in just a second, too. Boy, we may be little. We may not have very many members of our group. In fact, I'm pretty sure if most people walked into our village, they'd think it was abandoned because there's like no one but bunnies. But at least we have the spirit in our making. Oh, what did you just find? Yes, I will totally accept those. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Who was that again? I'm trying to see. Was that Dino Dave? It looks like it might be Dino Dave. Dino Dave, if that's the case, then we will indeed have to go ahead and once again, I think, make you into a healer. Because that was just pretty spot on. All right, Dino Dave, we probably... No, that was Ginger Fury. Okay, sorry about that, Dino Dave. I'm sure you would make a fine healer too, but priorities. Let's see. There's the stone workbench, which we would need for farmers. Requires 1 stone maker within 1. Probably need to get that built. And then we also have the algae collector, which we can put over here in the summer. Okay, got it. And then it is going to be summer tomorrow. So apples, as many as I can possibly pile into my hands, please. And actually, Dino Dave, instead of the tool thing, we need to get started on this cottage. And actually, where's Ginger Fury? Ginger Fury, you're going to come over and you are going to train as a healer because you found those herbs. And you know, maybe you can give us the hope of being healed for, well, our woes? I guess so far the worst thing we've really faced is our allergies, but you know, those suck too. Let's see. Let's do a physician's table just to get it out of the way fast, because it will provide quite a bit of help by giving resources to Ginger Fury to tend to all of our villagers and hopefully keep them alive. And then we shall possibly turn our attention towards figuring out if the barley or something else is going to be needed to make my bread. Bread's probably the right way to go. But maybe the gloop-glop maker? And if we do have barley, that would feed cows if we ended up with cows. Ah! What? Alright, what? Hey now! There wasn't anything on my prophecy list. It just said that the seasons were going to change. It didn't say that the seasons were going to change and then throw something that I'm ill-prepared to fight in my face. That's rude. Oh dear. Alright, time to learn how to make a puddle. Alright, go, go, go! Let's get a puddle made now! And then, hopefully we'll be able to counter that. And then, let's see, we're building... Excellent. My goodness gracious, if it's not one thing, it's another. Not enough wood for that. My apples! Boy, that's gonna make me nervous very quickly here. Let's go ahead and dismantle the signpost so I can have that precious, beautiful, wonderful, absolutely gorgeous looking fertile field, please. And then where would be, I guess we could dismantle this and do some farming over here as well. Just out of reach for strawberries. I guess that would be a good emergency thing. But we can actually put down the algae collecting now. And then not enough stone. If we have that built, that may actually allow us to train a watcher before their large puddle is created. Thus, hopefully, keeping us cool, even though the heat of summer decided to throw its, like, jerky heat face in our face, despite no proper warning. Alright. Ooh, my carrots! Oh, I forgot how when we grow crops, we get, like, a ridiculous amount of nature. Heck. Also, hey, now one of my carrot fields are outside of my reach. That's not allowed. Whoop. What are you guys doing with those bunnies? Giving them, like, or, oh, it looks, is that joking with the rabbits? No, that's so cute. Thanking Mother Earth, they went right over to the bunnies on the day that the carrots finally become, you know, able to be plucked and eaten. Do you pluck a carrot? I think you pluck a carrot? Like, you pull it out of the ground. Do you pluck a potato? I gotta ask my husband these things. Like, we need to have a theoretical, philosophical discussion about if you pluck a carrot or not, because it's suddenly just weirdly important to me. But currently, the apples of the apocalypse are feeding us enough that we can turn our attention to putting down some puddles. More than one, even, so that I can shake my fist in annoyance at, oh dear, well... More than one, actually. So I can shake my fist in annoyance at this heat, trying to throw us off of being able to take good care of our villagers. That's rude. Let's see, should I gather this, or I want to put down another carrot field? Aha! Not enough water or seeds! Hey! That's not nice. And actually my puddles are gonna need water, aren't they? Phooey. Alright. Well... Lord Thunder, I think I know what we need to research next. We'll probably be okay without the pond. Because the heat event is gonna occur so soon. So let's work on the large spring for just a gosh darn second. Because we're gonna need water anyway for the barley fields. Whew. You know, the only thing I really loved when I was in school, because it turns out I have dyscalculia, so that's why it was so difficult for me to, like, go through math class. I thought I just couldn't do math. Turns out not everybody has the numbers constantly changing shape and then flipping their locations around on them. Like, you know, those little countdowns where the numbers jump around on, like, dramatic movies. I thought that's how everyone always saw numbers. And I was just like, wow, I just can't mental math, I suppose. But anyway, the one thing I did love in math class was flowcharts. If-then flowcharts, where you got to see if you could create the most optimal distribution of resources. And oh, did I love it. And oh, did my math teachers ever lie to me saying that, you know, this is what people in town bureaucracy and planning and resource management do? No, you don't do that with your head. You do it with very complicated computer algorithms. But we won't go there. All right, carrying on with our research of the large spring and carrying on with going ahead and trying to spring a little bit of, well, cold. Excellent, that'll pile up pretty quickly. Whisper in the Wind, I'm gonna have you carry on gathering wood. Not enough seeds. I want those. Okay, look, we still have some time with the apples. So, all right, let's get more wood. Carry on, villagers. Ah, there we go. Yes! Look at all of that help. Woo! Ginger Fury! Ginger Fury, you're gonna be able to have so much health researched for our villagers. We're gonna be like, I mean, We already washed our hands a lot. What on earth are we doing this time? Are we like eating our balanced diet? Are we taking care of our eyesight with the carotene? We have our bandages. We're next to bunnies. Getting some fresh mountain air, I guess? Forest bathing? I'll accept forest bathing. That sounds fun. Alright, so let's see. Now that all of that is done, Ginger Fury, you can actually come over and why don't you get us a little bit of that beautiful health protection? Because I'm pretty sure, indeed, the Doom event happens to be right around the corner, and we do want to be... Oh no, that's like one. Oh, I gotta tell him that pun. But we do want to make sure that we are prepared for it. Alright, so we'll turn, like, the the medical herbs that Ginger Fury found in the forest into some wonderful new health protection. And then we'll do a bit of research on the large spring. Lord Thunder, do you think I can like sneak you over to upgrade that other totem really quickly? Because it's kind of itching at me. Where on earth? Oh, I was staring at it the whole time. Oh my gosh. All right, if you don't mind, like, I think that'd be really helpful. Thank you. All right. Meanwhile, behold, even more. I guess I should have waited till the bandage table was built, because then we could have turned that that medical herb into even more health protection. But look, it was a celebratory day, okay? Ta-da! And we have protection from the heat. Look at that. That is fantastic. We have a boost, because normally it would just be 5 from the Minder's Hut for those medical herbs, but because we also have bandages and we also have smushy leaf milk juice, like Ginger Fury, right out of the gate, exceptionally overpowered healer. I approve. Maybe, you know what? We'll say maybe it's a rare mountain herb. I like that. You have to add a little bit of the immersive roleplay in, or else, like, that's like 80% of the fun. Obviously. So, Ginger Fury, you have indeed found some sort of herb, a rare herb hidden up in the mountains, and you have transformed it into a significant amount of health protection. Did I train a Watcher already, by the way? I thought I trained a Watcher already. Apparently not. I'm gonna triple check that with the 6 pips we have. Commoner. Wait, Handyman, Healer, Druid, Handyman. Okay. All right. I had to double check because I did not want to like lose out on any of the pips we had. Oh, but speaking of the pips we had and the pips we could have. Oh, we're almost out of food. We're gonna harvest some of these carrots. And I'm sure that that's gonna help out, and I'm sure that'll kind of pad the tummies enough, I suppose, to be able to add to the village. I guess we don't have these storage areas just yet. Huh. We'll work on that. But there we go. Wow. All right. Looks like the heat domain is also going to be one of our main enemies, because it's already like, nah, I'm trying to get strong. Memory beans! I forgot about the memory beans, which is a little ironic, but still. Carrots! Invasive carrots. Well, I mean, a bazillion worse things could happen. But all right, my friends, thank you for joining us. I do hope that you are looking forward to the vast amounts of carrot stew that we will probably have pretty soon. And also looking forward to hopefully making our village just a touch bigger, which would be delightful. Also, am I out of water again? Oh my word. All right, well, back to the druidic rabbit mines, and I'm sure we'll be able to hopefully, we have so few people. All right, one step at a time. We're probably gonna make it. Probably.